Today I want to break down some of the good and the bad regarding our defense versus Baltimore. Let's Talk Lions. Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. My name is Jay. Thank you for hanging out. A little update. I officially have a Patreon account, so if you are interested, and in fact, the reason I started it is because multiple of you have asked if I had one, so I said, okay, let's do it. So I started one. Shout out to the first Patreon giver, like the book, subscriber, Niff. Thank you very much. You guys can check it out here. I will put it in the description where you can find it. Also at the bottom of the screen, because maybe that's helpful for you. So without any further ado, let's roll into today's video. Talk about the defense versus Baltimore, and then we can move on to the upcoming game versus Chicago. Now that we have settled into the horrifying loss versus Baltimore, I feel like I can take a step back, remove myself emotionally from the game, be able to look at the good and the bad, defensively speaking, is what I want to talk about. So just kind of look at a few things that I love and something that I think we really need to fix. First and foremost, Bobby Price. Now listen, before you jump onto the train of naysayers, pointing your finger at him for that missed coverage at the end of the game, you have to remember two things. First and foremost, it's his sophomore year, and he is a converted safety to cornerback, not a normal thing that you'll see. You might see cornerbacks go to safety, something like I could actually see with Jeff Okudah in the future. However, to see a safety become a cornerback in just a little over a month ago, I believe, that's a pretty big deal. And he is filling in because Jeff Okudah is down with a season-ending injury, and if he's going to be out 3 to 6 weeks, he's on the IR. Who knows when we're going to see him come back? So Bobby Price has to step into the cornerback position. And I got to tell you something. He has really wowed me. He really did a phenomenal job. Yeah, there was that one blown play with miscommunication at the end. And yes, it did stab us directly through the heart like a wooden stake in a vampire. But all in all, you look at what Bobby Price did in the other 59 minutes of the game, and it was great. Price had multiple pass breakups, 2 of them specifically right on the 1 or 2 yard line, actually stopping Baltimore from putting up another touchdown, 6 points. So it could have been 12 more points on the board for Baltimore, but Bobby Price able to get his hand in there and break up the pass. Both of them really, truly beautiful plays. He also put up 2 tackles on the day, one of them after Lamar was able to scramble and he's scurrying down the field, and it was Bobby Price who comes up, makes the big hit, stopping him before Lamar is able to weave out of traffic. That was a big play by Bobby Price. All in all, I'm really just loving what I'm seeing out of him. Again, yes, there was the mistake at the end with miscommunication. However, what he was able to do for the other 59 minutes was great, and you have to give it to him. He is stepping up into a void left by Iffy and Okudah, and it's not an easy task converting from safety to cornerback. Now, something bad. Penalties. We are killing ourselves with defensive penalties specifically. I think the Lions are about 14th or 15th in the NFL, so right in the middle of the pack with total penalties on the year so far this season. However, defensively, there have been multiple penalties that really have put us in a bind. We saw too many defensive penalties against Green Bay and now against Baltimore, a few that shot us in the foot. And what this tells me is this is just a very green defense. It's a young defense, especially in that secondary, especially once you're moving out, you're looking at linebackers, bringing in Derrick Barnes, and then you've got our cornerbacks. It's green, it's young, and it's undisciplined, and that has to change. Undisciplined. It doesn't sound like a word. Undisciplined. I know it is a word, but it does not feel like one right now. Yeah, no, we good. There have been too many costly DPIs. I'm specifically thinking about, and I know it's not Baltimore, but versus Green Bay, Oruwariye in the end zone. Now, granted, I might say that DPI came a little quickly out of the referee's pocket, and I didn't like that. I would use the word Bush regarding it, but still too costly of an error. Discipline does need to be found, and it's going to grow with this defense as the defense does mature. It's going to take time, but we do have to find it. And the best way to find discipline out on the field is by playing wiffle ball. I'm not kidding. Don't believe me? A curveball coming right down the middle. Do you swing? Do you hold? Do you swing? Ball curves outside. I don't know. Played a lot of wiffle ball growing up. Before we move on any further, a quick message from our sponsor. If you're looking to get an advantage over your sports book this season, download BetQL from your App Store or Google Play Store. Their Best Bets computer model scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you the best betting recommendation for each game, and they give you solid reasons why you should. They cover everything from spreads, over-unders, and player prop bets. And if you're more of a lone wolf like White Fang, when it comes to researching, BetQL has a ton of different tools for your own betting research. I'm talking sharp data, line movement, team summaries, lineup and injury news, you name it. Click the link in the description, and by doing so, enter the word Lions as a discount code during checkout. You get 25% off your betting subscription. In fact, if you check out their BetMGM offer, you get a free year of BetQL. You have to use this link to redeem that offer. Check out their sportsbook offer page to claim free offers upon signing up at one of the many sportsbooks listed. You can find all this information in the description of this video. It's a great chance to beat your sportsbooks this year. Another good thing that we saw was Derrick Barnes. Listen, the coaching staff made a big decision this week. They took Jamie Collins, they placed him on the top shelf in the basement next to your 300 Beanie Babies and stuffed Abu from Aladdin and said, you sit right here. And in doing so, we took Derrick Barnes, his first year with the Lions, first year in the NFL, and we put him out on the field, and he took just less than 50% of all snaps. And when you look at that, he split it with Reeves-Maybin, and I really liked what I saw. It was his first time debuting on the first team. Look, Barnes is fast and he's big. He runs a 4.58 40 at 238 pounds. That is terrifying. As the Greek god of the western wind, Zephyrus, might say, but he was confident. He made 4 total tackles, 3 of them being solos. And yes, he was lacking in the pass coverage, but I wasn't really expecting much there, was just kind of hoping for the best. I was really encouraged by what I saw out of Barnes. Honestly, guys, man, I'm really encouraged by our defense and the growth that we saw from Green Bay into this week. Really, since San Francisco, now up to Baltimore in 3 games, there's a big difference, and that's after losing Jeff Okudah and Iffy. Guys are stepping up. Alex Anzalone making plays. Yes, don't get me wrong. There were mishaps. There were mishaps everywhere, all throughout the game, both on Baltimore's side and on Detroit's side. But defensively, the Lions are making strides, and I look at this defense, and we are laying down a phenomenal foundation for the future in this rebuild. I'm encouraged by it. I think you should be too. If you're not, hey, hit me up down below in the comments. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. Hit me up. I would appreciate it. Let's get ready for Chicago. Let's move away from this saddening sadness. And let's get ready to beat the Bears. So that is it. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Let's talk Lions.